All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, at the specific moment in time, I'm using my MacBook instead of my iMac to do a stream. So I'm setting this up for the very first time on another computer. So just bear with me. Right now, you can't see anything on the screen. So please bear with me. Okay. So this is the display. I have to shrink it down, otherwise it won't fit on the screen. So let's do that. Let's get this on. All right, good. There we go. All right, let's do a zoom test. We can't do a zoom test. Okay, so we need to configure the mouse. We'll do that. I think it's accessibility or something. Zoom, keyboard shortcuts, and the scroll gesture, because this is a new profile. So now if I hold the control button and use the mouse zoom, the mouse scroll wheel to zoom, there we go. That's what we want. Brilliant. Sorry, it's a bit disorienting, but okay. And I only have one screen on this computer. Okay, this should take no longer than 7 minutes, so let's get stuck in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create something using pixel art. So if I Google pixel art, these are some examples of what pixel art looks like. Basically, they're drawings consisting of many different colored dots, or they are bitmapped images on a grid, and they make up these pictures, very similar to old games we used to play when we were kids. And even the kids these days are playing games with these kinds of graphics. And if you look at Google Images, you can see there's lots of different types, and they are very familiar. You may have seen them on emojis and all sorts of literature, so to speak. Yeah. Oh, I do apologize about that. I truly apologize about the rude gesture. Unfortunately, you know, Google is full of good things and bad things. And sometimes when you see something bad, most important thing to do is close it immediately and don't think twice. Okay, so we have a website called pixilart, pixilart.com. So we open up this, and you can create an account if you want to, say, save your drawing. So if we go to login and sign up, you could use Facebook, Twitter, or Google. So I'm going to use my Google account. I'm going to use my school teacher's email address. All right, give yourself a name. So I'm going to call myself Mr. P. Marriott. Give yourself a password. And I am a teacher at LTPSS. And then put your birthday. So put that in accordingly. The reason why I'm doing this is because any pictures that I create, I want to save them online. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go, let's see, how can we do this? If we go to gallery, so these are all the pictures that people have drawn. Let's see, how do we start drawing? Ah, yes, at the top you can see there's a button that says Start Drawing. Now what we want is we'd like to make a 16 by 16 drawing. So if we go to Settings, go to New, just to get over the vocabulary, if it says 100 px, that means pixels. 100 pixels by 100 pixels, that means 100 of these dots, 100 of these blocks across and 100 blocks down. So 100 by 100 grid. We want to keep it simple, so we want a 16 by 16. So you go to Settings, go to New, and then make it 16 by 16. Okay, we've got about 4 minutes. So we'll click on New Drawing, and there you go. If you see anything about tutorials, just skip it. I think the most important thing about pixel art is just to keep it simple. So you have all your tools here, and you have all your colors here. You can change the colors. If you take a look at, say, for example, Super Mario Brothers pixel art, you can see how simple it's been kept. Okay, so if you take a look at that and then take a look at what we've got, and I know this uses a very similar amount of pixels. So just keep it simple. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to start. So if you want to draw a head, pick the right color. Now, keep in mind you only have a limited number of pixels, but you have to be really creative about this. So let's say we want to draw a head. Now, let's put some eyes, and let's have a mouth like that. You can give your character some hair if you want. So if you want some black hair, like these can be the ears. And how you go about doing a t-shirt or something, it's entirely up to you, but you have to have a very steady hand for this with a mouse. So you can maybe just hold your mouse. If you're able to use an Apple Pencil or something, that's even better, but I'm only using a mouse because I'm using a laptop or a MacBook or whatever. Okay, so there's a character with give him some hands. Might not be as simple as it seems. If you want to do some shoes, just, ooh, oh dear. All right, how do we delete that? Ah, yes, there's an eraser, so we can, any pixels that should not be there, just erase it like that. So there we go, we've got ourselves a little man. Not too complicated. There are other tools we can use, but as I said, I want to keep it simple. Okay, time's almost up. And that is what it looks like. I mean, that hand looks pretty long, so I'm going to trim it down a bit. That looks a little better. It's not perfect, but it's never perfect. He looks like he's doing 2 thumbs down. So why don't we make him do 2 thumbs up? So we'll have a 1 thumb up like that. It's not great, but oh well, it is what it is. So we'll do it like that, and let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's fine. And we can save it. And this will save online. So just call it my first pixel art 16 by 16. And who can edit this drawing? Just me. And make it public so people can see it. And that should be it. Save drawing. And if you want to download your drawing, put it in Google Classroom, or you want to use it, the picture, you want to use it for any purpose, you might want to send it to your friends and whatnot. Well, actually, what I've done is I've saved it, and it automatically downloads a copy of the picture. So if I go here, yeah, oh, it's really small. Yeah, I apologize, it's really small, but if you zoom in, you can see it. What you could do, if you want to make this bigger, you could even make a mug, a t-shirt. Oh, that's cool. Wow. All right, I'm going over time here, but okay. Now, if I were to go back and let's see. Ah, yes. All right. So let's see. How can we open that drawing that we just did before? So if we file and open. No, it's not right. Open image. Oh, wait. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? I'm doing this wrong. Let's take the ads off. Let's see. All right, that's the picture that I drew. All right, so if I click on that, and right, so I've got this back. So what I want, if I go to File, and let me just see, File and Download, you change the size, because what happens is, when I download it like that, it only uses 16 pixels across and 16 pixels up, or 16 pixels down for my screen, and that's why it's that small. So if you want to make it bigger, when you go to download, change the size to 480 by 480. Just make everything 480 by 480, and now when you download it, okay, you can see the difference between this one and this one. See the difference? Now we have a blown up picture. Just like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Google Classroom and upload this. Now let's add a link. And I'll put this into classwork later. But for now, I'll just put it on the stream. So it's pixelart.com. Let's add that. And let's add a file. Should be that one. And just 16 by 16 pixel art. You can make your own using pixelart.com. Give it a try. Now let's post. All right. Thanks guys for watching. I'm going to have to end it there. So see you soon. Take care and goodbye.